I don't know if Alex and May remember. I used to talk about this whole notion about like proof of power, proof of stake, and then proof of work, right? So to me, like if it's not proof of work, then it's not blockchain. And I think a lot of people are trying to define that, and I have to say that I was trying to keep an open mind and try to like understand all the other arguments, but I cannot be more confident now after seeing what happened to FTX because you know I think what Bitcoin was trying to solve, right? And let me be clear about this. Like I think blockchain is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is DeFi. So you cannot have like say something like I'm a proof of stake and then like declare yourself as blockchain. This is my definition. Of course, like other people don't agree to that. And I think that now we are seeing that as soon as we derail ourselves from like a complete DeFi, we going back to this called proof of stake or abstract power structure, and all these people with a lot of power would be tempted to do bad things. I'm not saying all political leader or all lead business leaders with power are bad people. What I'm saying. What I'm saying is that all it takes is just one bad leader with a lot of power to destroy the system or the trust of the people who are using it. And that's why I think Bitcoin has a bright future because Bitcoin is a proof of work system. Nobody get to dictate or like have absolute power of control over that system. And that is the problem that the creator of Bitcoin, whether it's like Satoshi Son or whoever that is, we would never find out. But the intention of the original creator is trying to solve a problem that we don't have to rely on the trust of some leader or people, the stakeholder with a lot of power to do the right thing for the society to enjoy what is right. Does it make sense, Alex? Am I confusing everybody?
Well, I mean, so let me kind of paraphrase it. Is the fact that if you could imagine, like Bitcoin, and well, blockchain in a way is almost like this is a bad example, but it's almost like when Napster just first came on the scene. Before it was, you would need almost an entity like Sony Music or whatever record company to be able to verify, like, hey, this is good music. I'm going to distribute and sell this music to you. Whereas Napster later on becomes more like a peer-to-peer system. I know it's a bad analogy, but something like that. And the fact that despite the fact that there is a lot of doubt right now in terms of the speculation point, the speculative element of Bitcoin, that you just get rich quick by just investing this much and boom, it will become 10 times later. Even though that's completely shaken up right now, you still think and truly believe that in the future there's still going to be a place in terms of the blockchain system, which and when you said proof of work, for those of you out there who don't understand, is that blockchain, in order for it to go through and be legitimate, and it has to go through what it is called a proof of work, which is almost like when you do a math problem, you have to show your work, right? And then by doing that, you almost goes, okay, it's a stamp that says, okay, this ledger is true, and hence this Bitcoin has legitimacy, or whatever.
So using the Napster example, blockchain to me, it's a DeFi, which is also can be understood as peer-to-peer system, right? Mm-hmm. So no one centralized server can control everything.
Yes.
But the problem with FTX and even to the extent of Binance and all the centralized exchange is that you have to pledge or you have to put your asset, which are these tokens, in their custody. Without proper regulations of these centralized exchange, these assets are obviously not being backed by one to one, right? Imagine if you buy stock of like ABC company, and then you own these stocks. The centralized exchange said you own these stocks, but in fact they didn't buy it for you. They just like kind of showing you the screenshot that you have these stock, and when you do withdraw them, they might be able to figure out a way to let you have those stocks and money. But when everybody is withdrawing at the same time, they can't come up with all these stocks that they claim they own for the users. And that is exactly what happened right now with